Another day, another Umar. Oh, gee. So there are two videos I want to take a look at today. One is a minute and 59 minutes long. It's a little serious. It's kind of a, this conversation is a little serious, but there is a little bit more of a, hopefully, enjoyable conversation we'll have a little bit later. But the first video I want to take a look at, it kind of continues the conversation we started yesterday about whether or not Umar Johnson is actually actively cultivating a cult through his supporters. And as you know, if you're a supporter and you're not a donator, you're not a supporter. So, a cult through his donors. So, let's take a look at this first video. It is called, it's on the King Kong Consciousness channel on YouTube, which is the best place to get all the Umar Johnson foolishness. He posts his own bullshit. Jesus. But anyway, I want to watch this because I want to continue that conversation because there's more information to be had in this 1 minute, 59 second. And from the thumbnail, it looks like he does a vanity shot for at least a good 27 seconds. So we'll try to speed through that first. Yeah, this first part is just a vanity shot. So I'm going to try to... Damn, 34 seconds? How long this nigga gonna look at himself?
First day, revolutionary, Pan-African 21-day fast. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters who fasting with me. Sunrise to sunset, 21 days. This is day 1. Discipline, clarity, victory, strength, oneness. Third eye fast group. Let's get focused.
Okay, so he says a couple things here. He mentions that today is the first day, as we knew, of the 21-day fast. And then at the end, he says third eye fast group. So now, who is he addressing? I thought that Umar Johnson was working to be the principal of an academy that served the underserved group of black boys who have learning disabilities and emotional disabilities. I thought that's what he said in 2010. I'm pretty sure. So what is this Third Eye Fast group? And he's generally announcing this like this is everybody. Tell me in the comments, does this make sense to you? If this man is working to start a school, what's this Third Eye Fast group? Third Eye Fast. This is a group of people that just fast together? Because that's weird. That's really weird. That's Air Force One's weird. That's Kool-Aid weird. That's ATMs in the lobby weird. That's weird. I'm going to just go on and say it. That's weird. Third Eye Fast group, but you're supposed to be a school principal working on building a school for black boys. And this is a specific, as I said yesterday, this is obviously a specific group of people he's talking to. And I was kind of speculating over whether or not he had coerced the group into fasting on Friday, because we heard Miss Jilly say on Friday, that day of the second day of the Pan-Africanist Bowling League convention of Mary Kay salespeople, we heard her say, I haven't eaten all day. Well, we didn't hear her say it. I heard her say it because I watched that part of the video by myself. My apologies. The video that we watched yesterday where he was talking about Obatala, that same video, it was mistitled, strangely titled. The first video I discussed, prior to the 18-minute mark when I started talking with you about that video, he had an interaction with a woman, an older woman. She looked like she might have been in her mid-60s. She didn't. No, let me not go there. He saw her in a restaurant and she was sitting by herself eating meat. And he confronted her and didn't like the fact that she was eating meat. And she said to him, I haven't eaten all day and I want to eat my meat. And he was like, oh, you couldn't even have a vegetarian day? And he shamed her about it. And I'm sitting here thinking, why would it matter to him whether or not she ate meat? And I'm starting to wonder if... But he said he was having a Marcus Garvey burger, which might not have been real meat. Who knows? But I'm really just wondering if he made these people fast while he had them working, cleaning up that school. If he convinced them that fasting was what they should be doing while they're sitting there cleaning up raw sewage. I mean, if you're watching this video, you're familiar with what's happening in the school right now. And you've probably seen other people's videos that give you a bird's eye and the poor bird. Jesus, the bird. Yeah, from that position, that dead bird, it gives you a bird's eye view of what's happening inside the buildings. Because Umar Johnson is stupid enough. Although he said he wasn't going to give us any more updates, he's not smart enough to keep his camera off while he's there. But this woman, I can't remember her name, said, I haven't eaten all day. I want to eat my meat. And he said, well, can't you just have a vegetarian day, mother, or whatever he called her? And I'm wondering if he made these people go vegetarian for that day or not eat until the sun went down that day so as to prepare.
You ever wonder if real life can just
hold on,
tell
I'm
people
sorry.
Liberty Mutual
It's an ad.
customizes car insurance, you only pay for what you need?
Instead of telling them, I hate when my thoughts are interrupted. I wonder if he made them fast to prepare them for this 21-day fast. And who is this? What's this third eye? Third Eye Fast group. I believe in fasting. I think it's an awesome, amazing practice. As I said before, it's necessary for building a community, but it's also necessary for building a cult. And when it is coerced, i.e. not your own idea, then it's abusive. It's dangerous. Let's see what else is happening here. You talking about purging? Purging what? Purging what? What you purging? You purging the lies? You gonna purge the books that you don't have? Jesus. I think that's it for this one. Okay. So the next one, hopefully it's more fun. So if you are familiar with the YouTube channel Comedy and Consciousness, you know that this beautiful brother has found this amazing way of placing the truth in plain sight through comedy. And he basically takes the dumb shit that this person, Umar Johnson, does and says. He takes the dumb shit Umar Johnson says and he puts it in compilation videos. And I think he says he's neutral, but I think he's onto something, because now he's starting to tell a story. He's starting to tell a little story and keeping it in a comedic, enjoyable, lighthearted message. So let me take a look at this one. It's called, let me close my window. It's called Umar Johnson Funniest Moments. You're familiar with the series, I'm sure. And this one is part 25. I'm looking forward to it, though. We need some comedy, some comic relief in these dark and dusty Umar days. Oh, God. I can't wait till this is over. Here we go.
Comedy and consciousness, no cap.
So he starts with this slow shot of Umar taking his mask off, licking his lips high as fuck, which I ain't got no problem with. If you want to be high, but don't talk about people to get high.
Come on, yo. $FDMG school. Hit your cash app. Hit your cash app.
And now he blatantly big and just big. He's
Not stingy. It's that Christmas season.
how you gonna call people stingy? You ain't wrote a check to nobody for nothing yet.
Come on, yo.
Only check you wrote was for that school. Other than that, you still owe people.
Of course. Be quiet.
Black parents, you are about to get hustled. Black parents, you are about to get hustled. I don't think you heard me. I don't think you heard me. Black parents, you are about to get hustled. Black parents, you are about to get hustled. Oh, yes,
Just in case you don't know.
If you can't get a book today, that's all right. You can still slide through, say what's up, tell me how much you love me, tell me how much you hate me. It's totally up to you. But you better say it nicely because you will end up on your back. But anyway, brothers and sisters. Marcus Garvey Burger.
I think right here he got caught in a lie.
Yeah.
I think when he said, and this ain't no big deal, it just kind of stands out as part of the track record. I think when he said he was getting a Marcus Garvey burger from Drop Squad, he was lying because they don't have a Marcus Garvey burger. So it ain't no telling why he said that. And I don't know if his nose was twitching because he was jonesing or because he was lying.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question, though.
And then he tells the person speaking to be quiet because he's on live. Oh, this was that Wednesday morning he was up there by himself at the buildings talking about pull up. Getting ready for the protest rally, Mother's Day parade.
It's all about unity. It's all about support. It's about building a school for the boys. That's what we're doing here. That's all we're doing here. Nothing else matters.
What are you doing?
Nothing else matters but saving our children. Nothing else matters but preparing for our future. Nothing else matters but the liberation of our people. That's it.
Poorly painted school. He got the nerve to put this shit on camera. This raggedy ass building. Look like it's crying. The building look like it's crying.
They said they're going to protest FDMG. Come protest us.
Who said?
Protest FDMG. Come protest us. Come do it.
Who said?
Where you at? Don't hide. Don't hide on YouTube. Show up. Pull up.
See, now don't that sound like a kid? Because if I found out, let's just say I had a project popping, and I found out somebody was going to protest my project by coming up there and making their presence known. And I gathered some people to be prepared for them. Well, I'll be honest with you. There would be security, professional security. It wouldn't be no damn police because we don't fuck with them. But there would be a professional security detail. Jay Morrison was smart enough to have that. I told that nigga he should have called Jay Morrison security. Sometimes he listens, sometimes he don't. But would I be on Instagram talking about some pull up? Come on up here. If you serious, come on. No, because we ain't playing games and we are not children. You're not going to see me on Instagram telling people to come up there if I don't want them up there. You said no trespassing, but you just gave an open invitation to they, whoever they is. So you know that wouldn't hold up in court, right? God damn.
Bring your African drums. Bring your sage and your incense. We want to baptize.
Oh, this one he had the people provide their own supplies for the protest, anti-protest, baptismal.
West Coast Pan-Africans.
Gonna baptize
Where my
the
West
school.
Coast Dr. Umar supporters at? Where my West Coast Garveyites at? Oakland, California. Black History Month starts with you. Washington, D.C., the new year starts with you. Fort Lauderdale, Florida, next week we coming to you. Charlotte, North Carolina, December 17th, we come.
Sir, every single one of those cities has a good barber. That's all I'm going to say.
Coming to you. Oakland, California, get ready. Oakland, California, get ready. Can't stop, won't stop.
Ain't started.
Don't waste my time. I'm so serious.
So serious.
I'm so serious about the work. I'm so serious about the work, bro. I'm about to tap out because we about to go have lunch.
Wait. Nigga said, I'm so serious about the work. I'm about to tap out because we about to have lunch. Try that on your real job and see how it works.
King Kong, baby, this is what we do, family. It's all about family.
Stupid
We had
shit.
to come together today. The haters were saying they was going to march on the school.
What hater said what?
Saying, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? They was gonna hate and this and that. Wait, the haters said they was gonna march. Let me mention something real quick. The haters said they was gonna march on the school and they was gonna hate. Now somebody mentioned, I forget who it was, and forgive me for not remembering. I don't want to give credit to the wrong person. The photo that you saw of Umar Johnson standing on that rock with that flag looking like The Lost Boys or Lean On Me or what was that other movie where the boys went, Lord of the Flies. That photo looked almost identical to the silhouette in the flyer for the anti-Umar rally. The person that was standing on that rock had the same posture. Now, there was a flyer, and if I had the correct equipment and software, I would definitely share it with you right here. Maybe one day I will. But there was a flyer that Umar had put on his Instagram that announces this camping trip. Oh, that's a whole nother conversation. Jesus. Excuse me. I'm drinking Coca-Cola. It's got me a little bubbly. But there was a flyer that he posted of a night sky and a camping tent lit up. And I swear to God, that looked like the same rendering, so to speak, of the flyer from the anti-Umar protest. Now, the anti-Umar protest was supposed to have come from they. You know they, the haters that go around and promise that they're going to show up and hate. They don't show up and hate. But this other flyer that Umar posted looked like they came from the same stock. Now, if you know anything about buying stock art, then you know you can buy a piece of something, an image, and it can come from a group of images, and they all have the same story or theme or whatever. And it looked like those were telling the same story. So it could be. Maybe I'll go back and take a look very closely at the fonts that were used in those two documents and see if they seem familiar enough to have another conversation about it.
We don't have no asbestos in here. No asbestos. Where did I get my degree?
And he pointing straight to a wet floor full of shit. Shit. They ain't got no aversion. Wait a minute. What is this? What's up with these people that don't have an aversion to shit? I'm going to rewind just a little bit, too, because I want to talk about what he just said. But these people are inside of a gym, and there is sewage coming up from the floor. I know that's got to smell like shit. And they don't have no aversion to shit. Something going on here, man. Something strange.
Give it to me. So tired of these nut-ass questions.
You know, it's interesting because when I used to argue for Umar online back in the day, I used to help him with his reads because he would say dumb shit like, yeah, mama. Nigga, so fucking corny.
This is Lois, y'all. She ain't pick up nothing in here today.
Now, I swear to God. I swear to God. If I had that situation, if I was in that situation, because it's not likely you're going to find me in that type of situation, because I'll only go so far, but I'd have dropped everything and left. If I ain't picked up nothing today, then you ain't got to worry about me picking nothing else up. Peace, my nigga. And she probably stayed, too. She probably was there when he was fussing at everybody, telling them what they can and can't drink. And she said black power.
All right,
nigga.
You got another office. Where your light at, Lois? Where you have a light?
Wait.
You got the one that go on my head? Put it on my head, please.
Wait, this part right here, I saw this. This is funny as fuck. Okay, so he just asked Miss Lois for a light. And he said, Miss Lois, put this light on my head. Now, he's dumb enough to put all this on camera in the same stream. He just asked Miss Lois to put this light on his head. He walked outside, still on camera, and said, we working. Like this light is supposed to be evidence of him working. Like we didn't just see this motherfucker ask this lady to put it on his head. She just put it there like seconds ago. And he wants us to see this light on his head as evidence. Just like that paint that was splashed on his face. I know he was like, do it look like I'm working, Tiff? Do it look like I've been working, Tiff? She was like, nah, put a little more paint right here. All I'm saying is, we just heard you ask this woman, did she have that light and to put it on your head? And then you put it on your head and walked outside and said, we working. And he's probably going to say it 17 times.
We working.
We working.
Also, to all the brothers out
Liar
there,
like a little boy.
For all the brothers out there, we're going to be doing a 2-night nap.
Oh, looks like he's doing that weird 2-phone thing. And he just announced this camp out. Jesus.
2-night Nat Turner, unapologetically African alpha male camp out. Where are the brothers who coming? Where are the brothers who coming? Y'all said I cater to the queens. Y'all say I cater to the empresses. Y'all say I cater to the sisters. Well, guess what? We're going to Nat Turner land for the weekend. We camping out Nat Turner land in the wintertime, and we're going to walk the whole Nat Turner trail by foot. Where the black men at? Who coming with us?
Bunch of dudes, black men, gonna go out in the woods in the wintertime, hiking at night. It gets worse now. But Umar, I said before, I seen your feet, sweet. I seen your feet. You ain't hiking. You don't even walk. You're not even an outdoor person. You're not athletic by your own admission. And at night, in the wintertime, what for? I beg the question that has rung around the internet over the last 48 hours. How does this help black boys? Oh, Father.
Who coming with us? Give me
Nobody's coming, nigga.
black brothers, if you coming.
Nobody's coming, nigga, because it's not going to happen. You can't organize a paper airplane.
Any black man that wants to come, bring your sleeping bag, bring your marshmallows. We going to do the bomb.
Did he tell niggas to bring their marshmallows? Niggas, if you bring your marshmallows, we know what's up. Like, hey, love is love. Do what you do. Say who you are. Be who you be. But marshmallows. Umar, you want niggas to bring some marshmallows? Umar, sweet, you want niggas to bring sleeping bags and marshmallows? Niggas want to bring Hennessy. Niggas want to bring bitches. That's what niggas want to do. Niggas want to bring some pussy. Don't no nigga want to sit up with no another nigga with no marshmallows and a sleeping bag. Niggas want some goddamn cigars, some Black and Milds, some White Label. Don't nobody want to hang out with you? Oh my God, this is so strange.
Fire. We're going to sit around and bond, unite. We're going to talk. We're going to talk about black revolutions, black warriors. In the middle of the night, we're going to meditate.
In the middle of the night, you going to meditate. So y'all going to go on what I think is a 3-mile hike, I'm pretty sure. It's between 1 mile and 3 miles. Y'all gonna go on a hike in the middle of the night. You gonna sit around the fire in your sleeping bags and eat marshmallows and talk about black revolutionaries and meditate in the middle of the night. right. Umar. I know what you're trying to do. Like, I understand you're trying to balance the narrative because you've gotten so much flack about the horrible, ugly things you say about black women and how much you try to fuck on camera. Thirsty. But this ain't the way, homie. Like, okay, so here's what you got to do. You got to get a publicist, dude. You got to get a publicist. You got to get a publicist and you got to get an image consultant. One or the other. Oh, because this is mistake after mistake after mistake. And by now, somebody should be pulling your coattails. Anna McMillian, sweetheart, can you pull him back and help him understand that this behavior is damaging to his own image? Like, you're inviting a bunch of men to go in the woods in the middle of the night and eat marshmallows and tell stories. Why? What organization is going to come out of this? This sounds like pure conversation and bullshit. This sounds like another night of men stroking your ego.
We'll be at the gun range and we're going to walk the whole night.
The gun range. Umar, you don't shoot.
Turn the trail by people. Who want to come? Who want to come? This is for black men only.
He said,
the night we're going to meditate. We're going to be at the gun range, and we're going to walk the whole Nat Turner Trail by feet. Who want to come? Who want to come?
He said we're going to walk the whole Nat Turner Trail by feet when the whole crew's stupid.
This is for black men only. Who want to come? Black men only. We're going to be out there for 2 days. We're cooking all our food outside. We're going to make a natural grill. That's right. We're going to hunt out.
Wait a minute.
And we're going to cook.
Wait a minute. 2. So they go cook their own food. Y'all heard Umar say in videos that he can't cook. So who gonna cook? So that's gonna be another night of somebody else doing all the work while you sit back and live stream. And not to mention, they only gonna eat meat. Even though he going on a 21-day fast right now. And he, which is coming up. This event is supposed to be coming up very, very soon. Even though he's going on a 21-day fast, and I suppose he made his people fast over that weekend. They gonna hunt. I gotta get comfortable in my seat. They gonna hunt. They gonna hunt for their own food. Because that's being alpha male. Not taking care of your children. So alpha male is going out in the woods eating marshmallows and sleeping bags with other niggas. And hunting for your own food and cooking it in natural fire. He said natural fire. That's alpha male. Not running and managing a business properly and being transparent with people that support you. Not choosing a wife or even 2. Shit, if you want 2 wives, have 2 wives. But get to it. Do it. Stop womanizing. Stop sleeping around and living off of women. Because we know you living off of women. The woman said, he came in my home and he transformed my whole family. Now, how could a man come in your home and transform your whole family if he ain't living in that home? But what you call an alpha male is so external because you have no internal. It ain't got nothing to do with your soul or your mind or your heart. Those 3 chakras. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that. It ain't got nothing to do with being an honest person and keeping your word and actually building something when you say you're going to. That has nothing to do with being a leader male, an alpha male, a standout male. So what is a beta male? A man who does all those things, that takes care of his family? That's a beta male? Since you're an alpha male, a beta male has to be the opposite of you. So I'd rather have a beta, if that's the case.
More beta male, alpha male style. Who come?
Alpha male style.
No more beta male.
So we talking about style, not substance.
Male. Hey, Intercontinental E5 Tune Day. More frequent flyer miles than the president. More frequent flyer miles.
Somebody said the president flies Air Force One. The president don't fly Delta.
I'm working on a Black History tour. I'm working on a
And all them frequent flyer miles, let's just be honest. Man, them frequent flyer miles ain't frequent flyer miles you paid for. Those aren't miles you paid for. Those are miles paid for by other people. OPP, OPM, as my daddy taught me. Other people's money. Those aren't frequent flyer miles that you paid for.
Black History Month, February. We're going to do it nice. February. I think Kwanzaa, I'm going to do Instagram Live, Facebook Live lectures, all 7 nights of Kwanzaa for the first time.
He ain't going to do it if he can't figure out a way to monetize it.
Doing 7 nights of Kwanzaa, Facebook,
Please believe that.
Instagram Live lecture for the whole world to see. What do y'all think about that?
For the whole world to see. Whole world to see you show your ass on any platform.
PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG.
Because that was the point of the broadcast in the first place.
FDMG Academy. FDMG School. We knocking it out, yo. We getting your gym ready.
Look at that gym. It's literally...
That's a dumbass question.
That's not a dumb question. Why aren't the lights on?
If you've been following the work, you knew that we have an electrical contractor.
When has Umar ever said there was an electrical contractor, also called an electrician?
The lights will be on soon. Okay, stop looking for what's wrong and look for what's right. We are the only independent school in the country with 2 schools.
What's right is that federal indictment. That's what's right.
We are the only independent black school in the country with 2 schools, brothers and sisters. 2 gyms. The only
They're the only black institution with 2 schools. Independent. The school isn't registered. The school isn't registered. The school is not listed. There is no school. There is not an educational, overseeing, governmental anything that has this school's name on it. The 2 documents, the 2 names that he's used for the 2 EINs that he has connected to this scam have different names, and neither one of those names are Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Leadership Academy. It's a combination and a conglomeration and a bullshit dance around both names. So you're saying you're the only... Wait a minute. What did he say?
With 2 schools. We are the only independent black school in the country with 2 schools.
But you're not an independent black school, my nigga. You ain't shit but an idea and a scam. The Board of Education don't know you. Nobody, Frederick Douglass don't know you. Marcus Garvey probably know you, because from what I hear, from what I've researched, y'all run in the same pack. Possibly. Allegedly. But you're not known in educational circles, neither in Wilmington, Delaware, or Timbuktu. There is no Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Leadership Academy. I feel like I'm not saying this in the way that is the clearest, so I'm going to say it one more time. This school, this is not a school. It's not registered. There's no charter. There's no board. There's nothing but a bank account and 2 EINs and a Cash App and a PayPal. There's no curriculum. You said that. Ain't no teachers because you still looking at the 3,000. Well, you said 5,000 a couple years ago. Now you said 3,000 a couple days ago. So I don't know which one it is. It went from 5,000 to 2,000. I said it was 3,000 unread emails in your... I said you looked at the email count. It said 5,000 unread emails. So you was like, ooh, I got 5,000 resumes with your dumb ass. But there is no school. And anyone who's watching this who doesn't know this, I implore you to do your research for real, for real. You know, you can see videos that you can't see normally if you search for Umar Johnson in YouTube, and then at the very top in the right, whether you're on a mobile device or a PC or a Mac or whatever, in the top right corner is a little blue grid with a slash through it. Oh, click on that. And then you can change how the search shows up. And you can change it to search by upload date. And that'll show you a whole world of videos you ain't never seen before. And I guarantee you 7 out of 10 of them are exposing some truth about Umar Johnson that he won't tell you. I didn't know that. So I was only seeing the videos that showed up when you search Umar Johnson, the Breakfast Club, and the bullshit. I didn't see the anti-Afro Svengalis. And when I finally did see it, I was too caught up in the Umar shit to believe it anyway. Finally did, though. Finally did. Start to put what I knew with what I saw on there. Well, wait a minute, hold up, something ain't right. Because that ain't adding up. When you stop and you finally listen, sometimes the smartest thing you could do is ask a question and then just wait for the answer. So, I would definitely, if you see in this video, you probably already knew to do this because this doesn't show up in those videos. That's how I knew those negative comments were from Umar.
Lights will be on
Soon.
Okay, stop looking for what's wrong and look for what's right. We are the only independent...
How do you tell people what to look for? Who are you? You show a video and get mad because people ask you obvious questions?
In the country with 2 schools. We are the only...
There's not one or 2 schools there.
We are the only independent black school in the country with 2 schools, brothers and sisters. 2 gems. The only non-religious independent black school in the country that has 2 separate school buildings, brothers and sisters. Be happy for what we got. Be happy.
He said, be happy for what we got. If that's not abusive, I don't know what it is. I ain't giving you shit. I ain't doing shit for you. Be happy. I'm not tangibly bringing anything to fruition. There's nothing you can touch, taste, or feel except shit on the floor and on the rock. Be happy for what we got. That must have been something his mother told him and when his daddy left. Mr. Johnson, I appreciate you for watching my videos. I saw your comment. I really would appreciate if you answered my question. I wonder, because I could imagine, you know, if they were in a situation, if his mother and his grandmother and he and his brothers and sisters were in a situation where they were sleeping in shelters, that his father probably wasn't present. Which is probably why we dealing with a dog-ass nigga right now. But I can imagine his mama said a couple times, no shade. Please believe me, no shade. But I can imagine she said, be happy for what we got. This is what we got. Be happy. Look, be happy for what we got. That's that low standard I was talking about. And then we bougie. He wants something nice, but he not willing to do what it take to get that something nice.
For what we got. Thank you. Give some credit. My God. We got some more cash apps. We got some more.
See, he wants you guys to see. He wants people to see him as this person. Excuse me. The person his ego has created. But we see very clearly through that ego. And we see his id. We see his real person. And he mad at us for seeing.
Okay, Christopher Robinson. One guy.
Oh, let me run that back and turn the volume up because that was too funny to me.
Non-religious independent black school in the country.
I didn't mean to run it back that far. Here we go.
Got some more cash apps. We got some more cash apps.
We got some more cash
Okay,
apps.
Christopher Robinson.
Christopher Robinson. This is a man who wants to open a school for boys starting at grade 4. The top educator in the galaxy. But he didn't know when he read the name Christopher Robinson that was a literary prank. He didn't know. It's a lot of people I wouldn't expect to know. Okay, so I wouldn't expect Polite to know who Christopher Robinson was. I wouldn't expect Jay Morris. I'm just going down the list of scammers. I wouldn't expect Jay Morrison to know who Christopher Robinson was. I wouldn't expect Jim Jones or Al Sharpton maybe to know who Christopher Robinson was. But I would definitely expect an educator like Umar Johnson, who's educated and understands what's necessary for a child to graduate from elementary school as a principal. That's required. I can't even say it. Ooh, that's required. That is required reading. Who doesn't know Christopher Robinson, who's an educator of elementary school children in America? Christopher Robinson.
Hashtag Black Queens for Papa. Hashtag Nappy Queens for Ifatunde.
That whole nappy queens thing really bothers me because I feel like it's objectifying black women. Not all black women have nappy hair. That doesn't make them any less black. I'm fortunate. I have extremely what they would call nappy hair. Very thick, very strong. It's mine. But not all black women have thick, tightly coiled hair. Black women from all over the world who have different kinds of hair. So for you, and it's objectifying. I mean, it reduces the black woman to her hair. Seriously? You don't even have a good lineup. And you talking about hair?
We working, y'all.
We working. We still working. Cash App. I'm begging because we working.
See if anybody cash app.
Somebody said he probably needed to pay for dinner that night.
Send your donation.
He didn't let them folks talk him into going someplace expensive. Because he doing all that to keep people around him.
See? That's what we working out here. We ain't got time for games. We nation.
You see that fine-ass black man out there sweeping? Dumbass motherfucker. I wish my man would say he was going to sweep somebody's school and that nigga didn't do shit while he was there, but film my man sweeping. What?
Building out here. Ain't no games being played.
No, there's nothing but games being played.
Can't stop me with no YouTube video. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Hashtag Black Queens for Papa. Hashtag Nappy Queens for Ifatunde.
Ain't nothing on fire in that room where we was at, right? No match. You took the match, the two lighters.
Why would anything be on fire in the room?
You got a wife. You got a husband. You got children. Dr. Umar, I know I'm sexy. I know I'm fine. I know I'm brilliant. I know I'm intelligent. I know that I'm probably the most articulate and unapologetic scholar you've met since Garvey and Knox.
Okay. Everything else I'm going to leave up to your opinion, but let's talk about articulate. Articulate, I don't think so. I definitely, absolutely have to say articulate, absolutely not.
I understand that. But as fine as I am, as
Fine as I am,
as
and I can't keep a
credentialed
woman.
as unapologetic as I am, I should still not be the most important thing in your life.
Ain't nobody thinking about him like that.
Okay?
But he does these shenanigans to troll us so that we can think about him like that. Ooh, my hand is itching. It's the money coming.
Husband and wife, the whole family is about Dr. Umar.
Because he think that's all people do all day. No, people actually go to work. People have asked me, a couple people have asked me who knew that I had a personal relationship with him. I knew him beyond social media. People have asked me, what does he do all day? And I'm like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Sleep and watch videos of himself on YouTube. That's all I've ever observed.
That means the wife is probably a little thirsty for Papa. That's all right. I understand. Sometimes
So what he said is, if there's a couple on YouTube, and there are some amazing couples on YouTube who are talking about Umar Johnson. If there's a couple on YouTube that's talking about Umar Johnson, then it's because the wife is thirsty. Now, the men on YouTube who talk about Umar Johnson are gay and they want him. That's what he had me convinced enough to say. And I apologize for saying that dumb shit. Because that's some dumb shit. But the women also want him. So everybody want Papa.
she want to hate on you. I understand. There's a thin line between love and hate. There's a thin line between love and hate. I understand, sister. You stuck with him. You stuck with him. When you look at him, you wish it was 6'3", 260 North Philly with the beard. I understand.
When you look at your man, you wish he was 6'3", 260. I don't think that man is 260. I mean, he's well over 300 pounds at least. But North Philly with the beard. So from one of the poorest and highest incarcerated cities in the country that birthed your dumb ass with a beard that is unkempt. That's what everybody else wants. So people expose you and say things about you that are the truth, that tell the truth about you and your scam. And the reason they really do it is because they want you.
I understand. And brother, you must got some serious issues in your life because you shouldn't be worried about another man like that. If I'm married with children, I'm not thinking about another
But you ain't married with children. You ain't shit. Yes, you should be with your children. You should be spending time with your sons. Yes, you should.
Wife having family time, Ifatunde Oguntate should not be the most important conversation. Stop asking me why I'm not married. I'm not married because y'all don't do work. Okay?
Listen,
Y'all don't do work.
Tiffany,
Okay?
Sharon,
So when I run into a Winnie Mandela,
Anna,
I'll be wiped up the same day.
you are no Nelson,
When I run
sir.
into a Winnie Mandela, I'll be wiped up the
Listen, he said y'all don't do work.
When I run into a Winnie Mandela, I will be wiped up the same day.
Y'all don't do work.
Peace and black power, peace and black power.
But y'all in there mopping behind his dirty ass.
We live and direct. This is the second annual, we're going to call this a pre-cleanup day. You know what I'm saying? We still got to move some furniture.
It ain't nothing but women behind that man mopping right now. He just said y'all don't do work.
We had a special gym cleanup day today for all the brothers and sisters.
And that gym cleanup day was supposed to be an anti-protest barbecue electric slide. Get down to the get down. Right?
For the Patriots Day anti-protest, we are in the Nat Turner.
The Patriots Day anti-protest.
This gymnasium is dedicated to the memory of the two greatest African revolutions to take place in the Western Hemisphere. That's the revolution of I-80 and the revolution of the Prophet Nat Turner, brothers and sisters. We cleaned up The other gymnasium, I still got to come up
We.
with a name for that. I might name that one after my mother, though. That might be Queen Mother Barbara Gymnasium. We working on
So he gonna name that gymnasium Barbara Ann Shoemake Gymnasium. Not a garden, not a library, not the cafeteria, not a reading room, not the home economics classroom, but the gymnasium. After his mother, a woman, a lady. This man has no connection whatsoever. Like, his disconnect from women is disturbing.
Queen Mother gotta get. And some of you black parents are silly enough. Some of you black parents are uninformed enough. Some of you black parents don't listen to the videos of Dr. Umar y'all should be listening to. See, I have more videos on YouTube than any living scholar. I'm not talking about
Quantify that.
the hate videos. I'm talking about the informational videos. I have more videos on YouTube than any living scholar, but most of you don't.
That's why whenever you type in Umar Johnson's name on YouTube, you get the same 3 videos over and over again. But if you choose by upload date, you get real videos and you see what people really think about him that doesn't show up on the home screen. He got more videos. I need you to quantify that. I need you to tell me where you got that data from. I need to understand. Or is that the same data that said black people spend more money on deodorant than cheese or whatever? Whatever.
Watch the informational videos. Y'all don't watch the videos on ADHD. Y'all don't watch the videos on the psychological evaluation. Y'all don't watch the videos on Ain't No Daddy at Home disorder, ADHD. Y'all don't watch the videos on emotional disturbance. Y'all don't watch the videos on the IEP. Y'all don't watch the videos on...
Now, mind you, these are videos he made prior to acquiring the buildings in Wilmington, Delaware. Okay, you can sit there. Can you give me some tissue so I can clean your nose?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm bored, Mommy.
You're bored?
Yeah.
So those are all videos he made prior to acquiring FDMG. And those are videos that we know he posted on YouTube himself. That 60 million views channel was his. We know that. That was the only channel really putting up a lot of Umar Johnson stuff. But you see all these channels now. You see the King Kong Consciousness channel. Don't tell people what to watch. People can watch whatever the fuck they want to watch.
Listen to people who don't know me spend hours talking about me. Y'all want to listen to people who don't know me spend hours talking about me. Ignore those videos and get to it.
Ignore those videos. Wait, where the teacup at? Ignore those videos.
Queens come through. Big hugs to the
Sitting outside with this light on his head. He just put a lamp on his head to walk outside.
bear hugs for the queens.
What's that
I'm gonna make a
chocolate
prediction. Y'all ready for my prediction? Tunde prediction number 1. I will have one of my 2 wives in 2021. I will have one of
Nobody
my
cares.
I'm making a prediction right now. Straight up.
That's another deadline, right? Like, anybody cares. Where's the school, dude? That's really what anybody cares about.
Interviews if you want to do some radio interviews, but you must make a donation. All radio interviews are $100 donation to FDMG. The money doesn't go to me, it goes to the school. $FDMG school. $FD. All radio interviews are $100 donation fee to the school, not to me to the mission. Not to me to the mission. Not me to the mission. 260 North Philly Bear 63. Listen.
Oh, my God.
For special ed, and then once they get evaluated and classified with a learning disability.
This video just puts together so many pieces of bullshit. I appreciate you, Comedy and Consciousness.
You hear me?
He look like he ready to cry.
I'm not an African. I'm an African. I'm not an African. That's why we need the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. That's why we need the
Watch the Cash App.
Marcus Garvey Academy. All these fraudulent movements popping up. Oh, the lady's doing a good job. Talk to the people, sister there. So she picked up the dead bird. I thought Tiffany was going to crush it.
She looked like a crackhead.
That's right. This is our
Mixing bleach and Fabuloso.
scientists.
If that's not the hoodest. And she pushing dirty water with a mop like she's mopping. She's just spreading dirty water around.
That's what that is.
That's the question you need.
This is some bullshit. That whole school situation. Got them people in there in the cold with the damn door halfway closed and the dirt. Dead birds.
This is called nation building.
That's nation building. Mopping standing water is nation building.
Right?
That's nation building.
Their only contribution to the struggle is another YouTube video.
This supposed to be funny, but goddamn.
We're going to wipe it off.
Man just told him we got black mold over there on the wall. He told me something. We gonna wipe it off. That's that China shit.
20 years, y'all keep saying 10 years. No, it's been 10 years globally. It's been 20 years since I graduated with that first master's degree from Millersville University in school psychology that I earned on August the 19th of 2000. August the 19th of 2000. Y2K, I was birthed out. It's been 20 years I've been in these streets. 20 years, not 10.
You don't act like you have a master's degree. Not even one. You just don't have the demeanor of an educated person. He walks right back inside and takes the light off his head.
Cleaning up the small gym, trying to get it ready for our children.
Wait a minute. He asked the woman, because I got to run this back. I'm not going to run it back on the video, but I'm going to talk about it right here. He asked this woman to put this light upon his head. He goes outside and rants for 27 seconds and says, we working. Tells people what to think real quick. Probably throws out the Cash App, I'm sure. Goes right back inside and asks her to take it off. AKA, that was a prop. He put that shit on his head to make people think he was working. And, I mean, on camera. This is going to be on the American Greed Reel. I know that sequence is going to be on the American Greed Reel. They have to include that blatant lie he just told. On camera. On his phone. The fuck?
Trying to get it ready for our children. Let me show y'all. We mopping the floor. I got to show them the floor one time.
We're mopping the floor. There is currently water coming out of a drainage coming up onto the floor while they're mopping. And there's a table with food on it in the room.
Brother Mitch jumped up there one time. You know what I mean? So we're going to get like 2 or 3 rows of spectators up there when we start doing those FDMG basketball tournament. What can we do in here for ladies? What's something women can do in here? Volleyball is the...
He got 2 daughters. Two daughters. One daughter, 18. I think she might be 19 now. I don't know. Another daughter was 6 in 2018. So, you know, you do the math. He got 2 daughters. Now, this is going to be a school for boys. But he asking what they could do for women in here for sports. You got 2 daughters. And you want 2 wives. But you don't know what sports women play? Women play all sports, nigga. Baseball, basketball, football, hockey, curling, pool, swimming, volleyball, as you said. Every single sport they have for boys, they have for girls too. Dodge. And now he fielding questions from the peanut gallery. These are obviously not that smart of a group. And I'm so glad I was able to see things before it got to this point. Because, Lord Jesus, I would have looked so stupid. At some point, you just realize the people around you ain't the bulbs ain't screwed all the way in. He asking these people what sports. You're the principal, founder of the school. You don't know what sports the kids are going to play? And you talking about dodgeball? Is dodgeball a sport or a playground game?
Yeah, so we get it together, y'all. Nat Turner, Haitian Revolution, we out here. We out here getting the work in, y'all. This is the gymnasium. We try to get the gym.
Wait, he just said Nat Turner, Haitian Revolution, we out here. Excuse me.
History Month.
Was that not?
We want the gym ready for Black History Month. That's what we're working on, brothers and sisters.
Was that not random? He said Nat Turner, Haitian Revolution, we out here. Now, he was just saying he was going to name the gym after the Nat Turner and Revolution and the Haitian Revolution, but then he said he might name it after his mama. He can't stay on the subject.
What we working on. We out here. We canceled the second protest because of the rain. The haters didn't show up the day before yesterday.
We canceled the second protest because of the rain. The haters didn't show up the day before yesterday. We canceled the protest today because of the rain. But they in there in a cold building mopping up shit water and eating donuts and picking up dead birds and wiping black mold off the walls. Where they using the toilet at? Where they washing their hands? Oh, God.
That fabuloso smell lovely.
That fabuloso smell lovely.
So we in here.
Let me say this, brothers and sisters, as I greet you all.
Oh.
And I had a phenomenal meditation.
Me too.
And I don't know if y'all received word, but there is something flying around the Earth's atmosphere. And the scientists don't know what it is. They thought it was an asteroid, but they found out it wasn't an asteroid. And now they're thinking that it was something that was actually sent into the universe from the planet Earth itself. I don't think you heard me. 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 I don't think you heard me.
Stuff. Oh, that's a nonsensical conversation.
Let me ask you a question. 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock tomorrow, supporters only. No haters will be allowed.
Well, I'm confused because earlier in the video, you invited the haters and you said, pull up. Pull up. You wanted them to come. And now you're saying, no haters allowed. No haters allowed. At my clubhouse, no haters allowed. Let's get through this. We got about 2 minutes left on this video.
Let me ask you a question. 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock tomorrow, supporters only. No haters will be allowed.
What's the question?
Ski Mask Club in full effect.
Ski mask. Did you see anybody there with a ski mask on? They probably should have had some ski masks on. It smelled like shit and fabuloso.
Gun Club in full effect. Everybody coming out full effect.
The gun club.
Don't play with us tomorrow.
Don't play with us tomorrow. Don't play with us. What's the question, though? He said, let me ask you a question.
It's supposed to get 50% chance to rain.
I noticed that sometimes right before he about to lie, he say that. Let me ask y'all a question. And then he'll ask a question that's obviously a lie. Like, let me ask y'all a question. What should I make this room into? Knowing he ain't going to make the room into nothing. Now, Don M said, Ashe, stop. Don M said, this building is being cleaned up to be sold.
On Friday, so tomorrow might
might be the only day, brothers and sisters. But let me get back. If you need to text me, 215-989-9858.
He knew he wasn't going to do that shit on Friday. He knew he was going to have them people up there cleaning on Friday.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Jenny,
Sister Jenny,
$21.
$21.
That might have been your last dollar. Okay. Can we do more than $1? Who coming next? Can we do more than $1?
This nigga is literally begging.
$1. Can we do more than $1? Come on, y'all. We gotta get that HVAC.
This is sad. This is so sad.
And subscribe if you like this video.
Thank you, Comedy and Consciousness.
If you'd like to get more updates outside of my YouTube channel, have a little bit more of a discussion, join my Facebook group down below with the link.
All right, y'all. That's all I got. Ain't got no more.